we can look at, do students understand there's life after high school? Do you think they really think about it? Some do. Some sort of come to school knowing when I leave here, I'm going to college. Usually, because they are coming from homes that value education. But what about the students who come from homes where somebody's not reading, there's no high school diploma, they may not see beyond high school, but there are many ways that we can show them those things and point them in that direction. Local colleges have many programs, upward bound kinds of activity that introduce middle and high school students to college campuses so that they can see that there is learning after high school. Career inventories. How many of you are actively working with Bridge, carrying out the mandates of the Bridge program? Are you familiar with that? And what does Bridge mean? Who remembers? What's the B? What's the B? Building resourceful individuals to do what? Improve Georgia's economy. BRIDGE. So how are we going to do that? And I talk about the bridge, and we're going to hear some more about it later, but it ties into what? Looking at careers, looking ahead. Now, if you haven't done bridge, you will do that, okay? All right, and our next bullet there says we're going to provide a productive work environment. When we ask students to work, then they need to be in an environment where they can get the work done and have the items there that they need to do the work.
Okay, we're going to end with the best practices. These are things that we have found that have worked at some of the schools I've been working with, and then Debbie's going to talk about her system. The first part is that self-determination. Most counties don't have a lot of money, so you can get some curriculum that you don't have to buy. You can buy it if you've got the money. But at a couple of my schools, we wrote our curriculum. We used a lot of things on the internet, but we got it down. Crossroads Alternative in Houston County wrote an excellent curriculum. It's out there. Anybody can have it. At the end of this PowerPoint, you're going to see my email address. If you're interested in having something to start this with, if you're interested in self-determination, I can send you a copy of it so you'd have something to start with. There's one also here for elementary that I have. I think it was used with maybe at the 5th grade level, but you can always tweak these things to meet your needs. When these schools started these self-determination curriculums, most of them started with a small group of special ed students. And a couple of them, the alternative school and a couple of the others, have gone to doing it school-wide now. They do it with everybody. Once a week during an advisement time period, they just give it over, and that way it's a little more systematic, making sure every child's getting it in case they're not getting it in the classroom. But like I said, embedded in the classroom I think would be better, at the spur of the moment when it happens, when it's needed. But they have, like I said, they've gone on to doing it with more students, so it's not just, it's more than just a special ed population. Then most all of them, because I have around 50 schools that are now involved in student-led IEPs, which is your second bullet there. Student-led IEPs where the students are going to their IEPs maybe for the first time ever. And after the first year, they're just now embedding it in the classroom every day. You go in to watch them, and you will, within 10 minutes, hear them already talking to at least one student. It doesn't have to be the whole group. They may just be talking to one student about something on self-determination. And of course, I'm sure they take times at certain times when they can talk to the whole group and maybe practice something. But student-led IEPs, you start wherever the student needs it. Like I said, it might just be going to the class for the first time, to the IEP meeting for the first time, or they may introduce their parents or introduce themselves. And then eventually, as they get older and older and older, they might show PowerPoints of strengths and weaknesses. Some will talk, some will not, but that's fine too. But by 12th grade, we want them able to talk for themselves, to be self-advocates, getting out into the workplace where they can go do an interview, go talk to the people at the colleges to get enrolled there, telling them what they need, to help them be successful in college. And that's the way to do it. Excellent, excellent things to do with your special ed students. The third part is the differentiation and scaffolding strategies. We did some professional learning classes for some of the schools, because if you're going to meet individual needs, you've got to differentiate. And the curriculum out there is excellent. Again, you can just find out what's out there and make up your own if you wanted to. But it's really strategies, so you can just teach a strategy and say, go try it this week, and come back next week, we'll talk about it. Then we'll get another one and try it. But the menus, the tiered assignment, multiple intelligence, all those different strategies are out there, and you use them as you need them. The rapid formative assessment with goal setting, that's where you give them the feedback. Let them set the goals, give them the assessment, some feedback, let them try again. They may have to adjust their goals a little bit, try again. You're getting them to become persistent, and you're allowing them to fail when it's okay to fail. It's okay to do it in school, but we're hoping that they learn how to pick themselves up and readjust and change. It's like being on a diet. You don't lose 10 pounds the first week, you don't quit. Or do you? Okay, we'll see who's our self-advocates in here. Okay. All right, the last bullet is for our lady, Miss Debbie. So, Miss Debbie, if you'll come over here, she's going to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in her system with transition, and I think a little bit on the Bridge Act, too, and how it works together.